Another week has passed on by, and with that in mind, we're happy here at Desura to present you, noblest of viewers, with the weekly list of lovely little distractions that we have on offer for your perusal. So loosen that tie and or blouse and lounge around the house while we present you with all that you need to know in this week's episode of Desura's Weekly Release Highlights. The PC conversion of a previously released shooter on mobile platforms, Meltdown is a cover-based top-down action shooter which offers up loads of guns, enemies aplenty, and clips not empty as you terrorize your way across swaths of robotic raiders. Upgrade your weapons and character as you dismantle dozens of denizens of the randomized robotic world using flamethrowers, shotguns, submachine guns, and just about any other piece of ordnance you can fantasize about. Stop the Meltdown for $6.99 today on the Windows and Mac operating systems. If you're anything like me, you've probably entertained the thought about making your own game shortly before throwing it out once you realized hard work was involved. Take a step into the meta with Make It Indie, an indie game about the design and creation of an indie game. You have 7 days to blow up the indie scene with your title, and it's your choice whether you want to work hard and become a legend or slack off and drink tons of beer. I know which one you'll probably pick, but regardless, it's bound to be a bumpy ride. Check out Make It Indie this week on Desura for $1.99. Make It Indie is compatible with the Windows, Linux, and Mac operating systems. When it comes to getting anything done, you may have already guessed that my brain is a lot like that guy at work who hides behind the inventory racks and takes strategic coffee breaks to avoid doing any heavy lifting. So to whip the spongy sucker back into shape, gaming developers have lovingly created brain training games. Chilie, the First Encounter, is one such game and is offered this week to help crank up your cortex through minigames, QuickTime events, and animations, all presented in an artistically unique form. Because I can already feel my brain pre-cramping at the thought of intellectual stimulation, I hereby declare all of you my formal Chilie checker routers until further notice, so get to it. Check out Chilie, the First Encounter today for $4.99 on the Windows operating system. Join in on the adventures of a Templar in Blue Rose, a new artistically gorgeous visual novel on offer this week from White Cat. Lena has known war in the past, but in the future she must face something even more terrifying, the necessity of making choices and reaping the consequences. Featuring a gorgeous soundtrack and hand-drawn art poised to bring the player into an immersive experience, Blue Rose is ready to be played and read, or pled as I like to put it, and is priced at $19.99. Blue Rose is compatible with the Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems. The elderly are a group of people most typically relegated to supporting roles in video games, and it's both intriguing and encouraging to see a game which is launched onto the scene with an aged character taking center stage. Cahors Sunset is a game which tasks players with guiding an old man through his final years, all the while managing his anxiety, weight, health, and general attributes. The goal is to keep him alive and in good health for as long as possible, but when family problems, financial issues, and an aging body conspire to ruin your plans, how long can you actually last? Cahors Sunset is priced at $2.99 and can be purchased by those seeking a solemn gaming experience for the Windows operating system. Packing it in on the puzzle path of the program is Tales of the Orient, the Rising Sun, a matching puzzle game created by Green Sauce Games. Follow the storyline of a samurai and geisha through a trio of gameplay modes which each add their own unique modifiers to the experience. Build villages and match bits and bobs to advance a storyline of heroism and valor. Tales of the Orient, the Rising Sun, available now for $6.99 on the Windows and Mac operating systems. Finishing up our list of fun time finery is Shadows of the Vatican Act 2, Wrath, which puts players in the shoes of an assassin facing betrayal at the hands of her employer. Hunter becomes hunted as our heroine hides, hurts, and hurries her way towards the clues that will fill in the gaps in the mystery. Become acquainted with the criminal element like never before across an animated point-and-click adventure which will determine the fate of both our protagonist and the Vatican. Shadows of the Vatican Act 2, Wrath can be purchased through Desura this week for $6.99 on the Windows operating system. Much like Link in a speech contest, I'm out of the running. If you enjoyed this week's episode of Desura's Weekly Release Highlights, feel free to drop us a like and a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to stay in the know about everything there is to be found in gaming through the Desura service. We look forward to seeing you again next week, and with that said, we will repair to our gaming gold mines to bring you something good for when the time comes again. Take care out there, everybody, and we will see you next time.